The Property Rights Conference in China was an amazing event. We brought together the most outstanding property rights lawyers and scholars from the two nations that represent the largest economies in the world, the United States and China, and it was an extraordinary exchange. It made a tremendous impact, I think, on the presence of William and Mary on the worldwide stage.
The 2011 Brigham-Kanner Property Rights Conference was the most exciting conference that I have ever attended. Even though we have very different social systems, we both have property rights that are driving our economies.
We had such terrific participation from the most outstanding scholars and lawyers from these two great countries.
It had a contagious spirit about it, a contagious spirit of intellectual excitement. I heard the prize recipients talking about how excited they were, talking about how bold the Chinese were in talking about their country's mistakes, where they would like to take their property system.
In our 1982 Constitution, there was actually no private property rights.
And the last reason is they had to respect the individual choice.
自来水公司取水以后，自来水公司把这个水经过净化。
I think the most surprising thing was the candor of the Chinese scholars. They tell us that they can speak their mind freely in China. They just can't do what they want to do freely in China.
The economics of property rights mapped onto the two biggest global economies was really an unbelievable learning experience. It's still sinking in what an incredible opportunity and experience it was.
Some of the scholars mentioned that property rights are about human dignity. And if you don't respect other people, which includes their property, then we don't have human dignity. And of course, that's where property rights fits into this entire conference. This year's recipient of the Brigham-Kanner Property Rights Prize was Justice Sandra Day O'Connor.
She gave a wonderful talk about the importance of property rights and also about the importance of looking at the property rights systems in these two great nations.
Now today, at this first international conference on property rights held in Beijing, thank you for giving me the Brigham-Kanner Prize. I hope the people of both the United States and China are going to benefit by learning and understanding from your sessions more of our respective property rights laws.
There's a deep and abiding personal and professional friendship and relationships that were formed between William and Mary Law School and Tsinghua University Law School. It's a relationship that will continue for years to come.
The next steps include bringing some of the Chinese academics here, but also we're going to put together the first conference journal.
Depending on whose perspective you're looking at, you can see the world in a very different way.
Well, we were toasting those Chinese law students, and I remember raising the glass at the end of the toast to say to Dean Shen, the future of China is in good hands with these law students. And he said, no, Joe, the future of the world is in good hands. I think John Marshall and Thomas Jefferson would be proud. They'd be on the front row of the conference, I can assure you.
I encouraged all the Chinese students to pursue their LLM at William and Mary, and I put them in touch with Ron Rosenberg, and hopefully the exchange of ideas will continue for many more years.
Oh, A+. We want A+. I mean, sorry, we want A+. We want A+ for a couple of years. I don't know. What's your name? Objection. Denial. Objection overruled.
This particular conference in China put the property rights program on the map.